No, I do not want to exit. Hi, my name is Amy, and thank you very much for watching. I am currently in the Mandocs space, Twitter space, but I'm also putting my first bubbles in this environment, and I was hoping maybe you would like to ride along, and I will just stop being embarrassed by the fact that I don't use a real database and just use a flat file, and yeah, we'll just get over that. But we are placing the third one over here. And yes, for me, this is much easier than dragging and dropping. I don't know why, I just do not like dragging and dropping. I'd rather just use math and logic my way into a situation. So when we first go into here, this is where we are, and we're facing that pillar over there with 2. And so 1 and 2 are to our left. Sorry, 1 is over here, and 2 is over there. So 1 is at 7 and negative 5. And then 2 is at negative 7, negative 5. So we got the x coordinate done. So yeah, 7.5, negative 7.5. So we were just trying to do, as I tell you, this is easier. And then I totally mess up math. So the first one is 7.5, negative 5. 2 is negative 7.5, 7.5. So this should be, yeah, oh, okay, that's what happened. Okay, so confused. So it's opposite, and so I think this actually might wind up being a 4. So it'll move it closer towards the x. My goal is to get it on the other side of the scaffold, because I think I'm going to wind up trying to put artwork on the scaffolds, because I hate having things just be simple. Anyway, so we've got this. It always takes a little bit to like get more familiar, but once we get like the base, like all the corners defined, it'll be much easier and much quicker. And I just tonight made a bunch of images that had numbers on it. That way, when I'm looking at it, I know what I'm looking at. So,
you are just so talented, brother. I love all the pieces that you do.
And I really meant to do like 7.
And you're doing good.
No.
You know, I like the colors that you used on this piece. You know, the yellows and.
I really meant to try to just do 9. It's probably gonna be 9 or 10.
You're so talented. I love watching the videos. Like, I'm glad that you and AJ both do the videos of you guys painting and stuff. I think it's a great, you know, kind of sneak peek behind the scenes and watching you and just the details. And
I think I'm just confusing myself.
You're just amazing, Awara. I appreciate you so much, man.
Okay.
Thank you for coming in, and please keep coming back to us. I know you will, but I would just want to let you know how much I appreciate you and taking your time. Everybody give Awara a follow. Amazing and talented artist.
Okay, yeah, so we're at 3-3 here. I'm gonna go ahead.
Sorry, my kids are outside, and I'm pretty sure you guys can hear them screaming. That's how loud they are. Yeah,
so if we do like 9.
Alright, we appreciate you,
brother. Negative so 9. Where does that put us on the screen?
I definitely encourage you to reach reach out to or AJ. They're both amazing and
The
very,
goal
very
here
talented.
is to put me...
All right, we're gonna keep it moving. We got Zagate. I can't remember which one it is. It's something around there.
Why do I keep doing this? It's like fool me once.
Making you guys laugh.
We don't take it that seriously. But just for your information, it's Zigatai.
Repeat after me.
Okay, so this is nice. This is where I want number 3 to be. So, thank you, Amy. So this is 9 and 9.
Yeah, that you should know it. There's no excuse for you not to know.
I agree. It's been a long time.
And the reason why this isn't the same is because it's at a 45-degree angle. So,
It's nice to see some new faces in here as well that we haven't met
yeah,
before. And,
that's what we wanted.
quite a few new faces. AJ, I think
So I think
that we know.
that one over there
Um,
will just be able to...
what do we get? So for those of you that don't know, my name's Leia, and
I'm Cash.
and we are
And then...
Zigatai, and we, well, obviously, yeah, we're a couple,
Yeah.
and we're working together on this. We're from Australia, by the way.
In case you couldn't tell.
We're working on a graphic novel, visual novel project. Pretty epic project, actually. Pretty big project.
and also change that to 4.
So, Cash, do you want to tell? So the name of the graphic novel is called Veil of the Gods.
Yeah.
Maybe Cash, you can tell everybody a little bit about what Veil of the Gods is about.
These people are cool. They do have the graphic novel, but they also have this like tag team pitch.
It questions the nature of reality. So, inside the story, a few of the characters are starting to wake up.
It's one of these negatives.
Not exactly as it seems. There are other things going on underneath.
So you have 1, 2, 3, and then 4. It doesn't have to be super exact, but it's nice that that worked out like that.
3D sculpting projects like ZBrush,
And you can,
3D and Blender.
because it's in the floor a little bit,
Eventually,
you can see there. So it's actually really cool, honestly.
Lots of animated scenes using motion capture.
And then when you pop the bubble, you have
So
the artwork. And we're going to make these slowly rotate, that way I don't have to deal with placing things exactly. But that's a cool little...
But, so we're creating an
Boop.
oracle card deck. App,
Okay.
digital oracle card deck. So I don't know
So,
what an oracle.
where do you want to put number 5?
Like a tarot.
Yeah, kind of like a tool for divination. So it's going to.
Also, why do I wait until like 11 p.m. at night to do this? It's fine. I hope you all had a great day.
Two cards, 2 or 3 cards, past, present, and future. So I'll tell you.
So, we're gonna not be here anymore. I started this new thing where
And so it's a bit of fun.
And each one of
I think I'm gonna like placing the stuff in the negatives more, so
Oh, I'm gonna pin one up.
where am I at 100 and negative 100?
That's an example of one of the cards of the art. And so anyone who holds one of the NFTs from
So at 100 and negative 100,
store this app.
we are past the edge of the world.
Lots of other perks as well.
Where is the world?
Like
Hey,
creating some
world.
theme music, so we'll be including
So,
full-length tracks produced by us.
Yes.
Music tracks.
we'll take a screenshot of this. I'm gonna need to, before I get too attached to this guy, I need to
People who buy the gold 3 tiers.
change that to something different.
Printed physical copy of the card deck.
We're not doing that manually. Be 50.
We'll have a full AR, so the printed deck
basically just get the viewport, so that I don't have to scroll to figure out where anything is. Okay, so 50/50
Yeah, so
is still
there's lots coming. And,
the edge of the world. I think it's literally,
but
we're at the edge of the world.
yeah, if you're interested in following along, give us a follow if you haven't already, and keep an eye on us if anyone has any questions or comments. Thank you.
Thank you guys. You two are awesome. I love your guys' energy with each other and just the way you guys bounce off each other. But I mean, great work, you guys. I was looking through the profile while you guys were talking, and just some of the characters that you guys are showing already. The art is incredible. I really enjoy the details and stuff. And
I have a
the
note
story
section.
sounds really fun. So I can't wait to follow along and get more on the story, and then the card app sounds really cool too.
You could tell that I
didn't realize that you had it, like,
copied
animated
this
and
whole
everything, and I
file
was looking
from
at the post
the
that you guys
last
put
gallery.
up, and it is
So
just so
50.
cool. The detail and the way you guys did the artwork, I really enjoyed. It's a lot of fun, so I can't wait to see more of this.
So
And
this
I can only
part of the
imagine how
world
cool this
is,
is gonna be. So the developer thing, I definitely
we
have been
have
asking around and talking. We'll get you guys a developer.
this gate
We'll
thing,
figure something out for you
and
guys.
I need to
I wanna make that
actually
happen for you. That'd be so fun. That whole app and everything,
import
I can only imagine it'd be really cool. So thank you
a
guys
new
for sharing with
thing,
us. I appreciate
because
both of you taking your time to come in, hang out.
let
I encourage
me
everybody to give
yeah.
Zigata,
I'll do that
Zigata,
after the
sorry,
stream.
I totally meant to say that and it came out wrong again.
But hey,
Zigata,
so how do we get
give them a
it to be
follow,
here? I
follow
think it's
along.
just
Really
basically
cool artwork, and the story I feel like is gonna be really fun. So definitely, thank you guys, and keep coming back to us. I would love to have you guys in here.
well, I guess if we're at
and get more eyes on
50/50, we'll
you.
place the images
I
at
appreciate you taking your time. That's awesome.
Thanks so much, Travis, and yeah, we really appreciate your space. Like, yeah, hats off to you for the space you hold. I've hosted a couple of spaces. Wow, it's hard work, but you hold it really steady. You hold it.
One,
It's amazing, impressive.
2,
Hats off to you.
3.
Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I have my ups and down days, that's for sure. Some days I just go complete, like, full brain melting. Can't remember anything, and I stutter a lot. But no, it's good. I feel so comfortable with you guys, like, you know, just being in these spaces.
I think
we do get trolls
this
every
will
now and
wind up where
again,
we just
but
were.
for the most part, it's
So
just people that genuinely care about each other and really interested in what everybody's got going on. So it just is a lot of fun for me. So it's actually not that bad. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the kind words, and I will get the name right, and it'll stick. I said, just gotta keep coming.
did I literally just get it placed all the way over there?
Again, thank you guys. We appreciate you. All right, let's keep it moving. And hopefully everybody gave a follow, a like, a retweet. Definitely don't forget to do that, guys. All right, we got Brett next, and then we're gonna go to Material Friends, excuse me, and then I'm gonna bring up Baba Lola.
What did I do?
People's names. I'm terrible. Whatever. You guys know who I'm talking about.
Oh.
Right. Brett,
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen you before, man, so I appreciate you coming in. I apologize if you have came in here before. I see a lot of people, and I get that brain mush that I was talking about. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking your time. We want to hear all about you, what you got going on, and feel free to pin anything you like to the top.
Brett's a special.
Hey. I don't know if I've been here before. I've definitely seen you around, and I think I've listened in a few times, but this might be my first time venturing onto your stage and sticking around long enough to chat with you. So, hello, I'm Brett. Nice to formally meet you. Here's the thing. I've got, let me just count them, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. I've got 15 NFT collections. So I started with the NFT pop-up studio. That was my entry into the scene, and that's sort of like the bedrock of all this. It's basically, so it's a web series, and the web series is about, so there's seasons, and in each season there's 24 episodes, and every episode I invite a guest to become an NFT, and that can really mean a lot of different things. So that's kind of what I like about it.
I guess we'll just do all the corners first.
With being an NFT pop-up studio is that I can kind of just pop up anywhere as a studio and produce some NFTs for someone or something. And so with that premise, basically, so the first season was a lot of just like figuring out what NFTs are and trying to understand things. And then with season 2, I've tried to get a bit more elaborate. My next collection was the Bigfoot Shreds collection. And Bigfoot Shreds is a feature film idea that I'm attempting to produce. It's about Bigfoot discovering a band in the middle of COVID because it's been quiet for a while, and the first sign of life in the forest is some music, and Bigfoot's gotten a little confident with the lack of humans around for the last bit, and goes exploring, interacts with this band,
Positive
end up
45,
forming a really decent
45.
friendship, and decide that they're going to throw a concert in order to turn Bigfoot into a celebrity. So it's basically a Bigfoot musical comedy that's sort of meant to seem like it's going to be a cabin in the woods monster movie, but it's not. It's a really zany, goofy one. And so a lot of what I do is to try and get the word out on that and help pull those strings together so I can make that happen. The next collection I put out was the Out NFT, which is just to get the word out on NFTs, quite literally. Then I made a collection for my buddy Pav, who's a photographer, and I'm trying to get him onboarded into Web3, get his photography out there. Then I made the Castle and Birds collection. Castle and Birds is a band that I've had going for the last maybe 5 years in Vancouver. And the thing is, I don't know how to play any instruments or sing or write songs or anything really. So the band has been a comedy act and basically a creative workaround to see how far you can get as a musical endeavor without actually taking on any of those skills. So we have put out an album, but it's a photo album. We put out an EP, but it's a 22-minute episode. I won a film festival, but I organized it through the film festival and rigged it. So there's a whole venture of things that I was doing. That's all before Web3.
I think number 7 will be the
Stavros Marks' Shrek photography, which is my buddy Stav, who's a wildlife photographer.
this will be the barcode for the Brooklyn Library.
Shrek, so I put those two together. That was just to kind of encourage him to get onto Web3 because I was saying, look, if this can exist, surely your actual collection can exist and be better than this. Then I got the Zeller Shorts collection, which has been remastered lately. Then I got the McNally collection, and that one is just one picture of a guy named Ryan McNally who insisted that I come down and talk to him on a pier in Vancouver about NFTs for 6 hours from midnight till 6 a.m. And so I took a picture of him and minted it, and now that's going to evolve into this whole music festival yurt experience that he's developing, and he thinks that Web3 is going to be the platform to build that, so obviously I support that fully. My next collection after that is the Putactica collection, and that is my roommate's, it's a card game that he's developing, which is basically...
So we start at 6.
Like Magic the Gathering meets Cards Against Humanity, and the basic theme of the basic idea of the game is that you play as these wizards who battle each other by animating feces. Then I've got Mr. West's School of NFTs, which is anyone that I run into who wants to learn about Web3 through my dog. Basically, I will just take a picture of them and mint it into that collection and then tell them that they passed, because with Mr. West it's very easy to pass. Then I've got the Bigfoot Shreds concept art album, and that one I owe a lot of credit to Amy for. That's Amy's AI concept art, which she's been helping me with, just to basically continue to get the word out on Bigfoot Shreds. This is sort of like a format for how I like to base my collections. Basically, my whole goal in Web3 is to avoid making any primary sales money off of NFTs and to find a way to hone in on the royalties. So the idea here is that Amy runs the collection and gets all the money for all the NFTs, and then we both make money off of it. And I figure if I get enough collections going where I make that kind of money, like that royalty money, this could become a sustainable business venture and also support a ton of other people. Then I got a Zeller Visuals collection, which is a pending one. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Then we've got the BannedBooks posters, which are basically just posters for the BannedBooks gallery, which is of course Amy's project. And I think the best thing to do with this collection would be just to because they're all Polygon and they're free to send out. So I think this would be better as a promotional tool than a sales venture. And I think these should just be distributed around before the galleries to kind of get the word out on them. But that's pending. There's also a commemorative poster here for the past one available. I would highly recommend checking that out because it's got Bigfoot on it. So that's a bit of cross promotion there. Then we got Eddie's hat, and that's a collection just tracking this guy named Eddie's hat as it ventures through the Web3 universe. And the most recent collection that I've minted is the Men's Feet collection, and this is a collection that's about unrealistic body standards that men face, and the fact that we have to put up with the fact that no one wants to see pictures of our feet. So this is sort of just trying to flip that and embrace the male beauty, embrace the male body, help men build some confidence, shine light on some men in the scene, and really help the Web3, be a more accepting and positive platform for men to get into. Because I just find that we need to find new ways to shed light on male-led projects, because I think men are really struggling in the industry. So that's basically where I'm at so far, just to catch you up. But yeah, how have you been? Where are you at? Where are you at with your NFTs?
Man, we got a lot going on with our NFTs, but that's crazy, man. Yeah, like you said, 29 collections, I think I heard. It's amazing, man. Jeez Louise. Well, that's awesome. I mean, it sounds like a lot of it is teaching other people about NFTs in the process. So I respect that. That's super cool. And using your talents all over the place. I love it. And I'm glad that Amy's able to help and you guys got teamed up. Amy's an awesome person. I know you know that already, but I really enjoy what she does for the people in Web3 and just what she brings to the table. So you got an amazing partner there, and yeah, that's awesome, man. I appreciate you so much for going through all that with us, and you should come by more often, and we can get down some. I can look into more of this. Like, there's just so much to obtain in one thing, so I'm gonna have to have you come back and share with us over and over, and we can learn all about it and what you got going on. But for our NFTs, man, we got our recent collection right now. It's not actually from Mandocs, but it's from our CEO, and the team at Mandocs is helping just get it out there and everything. It's called Tater Town. Some goofy looking little potatoes. If you look at the very beginning of the Jumbotron up there, the nest, whatever you want to call it, the doohickey here, there's some posts up there from Tater Town. You can check it out, take a look. They're a lot of fun. It's actually a DAO NFT project, so there's 10 one-of-ones. Anybody who mints a one-of-one, they're council members. That'll make you a council member. And there's a treasury wallet that's included in the that we're putting money into from the profits, and so anybody that has a council member is able to make a proposal on what to buy and what to do with the treasury wallet, and then the more taters you have, the more voting power you have, and then you get to vote on the proposals, and you guys either buy cool stuff with the treasury wallet, whether that be sweep the floor on Tater Towns, or buy some of these other tokens, or buy other NFTs from other projects, kind of just giving the power to the community and letting people do what they want to do. So that's that. We have our next collection that's going to be coming out in October, I believe. It's called Eva. It's basically a whole so if anybody doesn't know, we at Mandocs, we have 10 tribes that we're coming out with. Eva will be our 4th tribe, I believe. And every tribe kind of has like a story, and we have a whole storyline where they all fit in. But Eva is our all-female tribe. We're really trying to use this tribe to bring awareness to women in Web3 and empowering women, and making women feel more comfortable in Web3, and let them know that they're meant to be here and how amazing they are and what they bring to the table. So, just a cool woman tribe of strong. They're not all human, like there's like aliens and stuff like that. But they're really cool, so I'm excited. We have a lot of amazing women in Web3 that are working all together from different projects to, basically call this their own project in a way, or this collection, I should say, call it their own, and use it to push the awareness of empowering women in Web3. So I'm really excited about that. The artwork is incredible. Our CEO, Luke, and then Jen NFTs. She's a big part of our community. She helps with the artwork. So yeah, that's just a little bit about what we got going on with our NFTs. Mandocs Create, the profile I'm using tonight, is for an NFT marketplace that we're going to be coming out with. I heard it's going to be coming here soon. I know I've said that for a very long time, but this time I'm pretty confident that it's actually going to come out and be everything that we could ever want it to be. When we first launched Mandocs, it's almost been a year now, we tried to not rush to get our marketplace out, but we really wanted to bring it out, and we were really excited, and we realized that it wasn't what we wanted it to be, and it wasn't exactly what we knew it could be. So we had to put a hold on it. We didn't get it out there. We never set like an actual date. We just kept saying, oh, it'll be done in a month, or oh, it'll be done in a couple months. And so we finally just stopped saying that, and we really took it back to the drawing board and got some new technology. We found some other people that can bring a newer technology to us and help us with that. So this marketplace is pretty revolutionary. I think it is going to be zero gas fees for anybody that uses it. We're going to bring the listing fees down cheaper than I believe any other marketplace, just to help you guys as artists. It's going to be a multi-chain marketplace, so you'll be able to come and list on multiple different blockchains and not be stuck to just one. There's going to be like a social media side to it, so you guys can communicate, collab, ask questions, work together, all that good stuff. And there's a lot more to it. There's actually a wallet too, before I forget. There's a wallet that's going to be included with it. You don't have to use the wallet, but it is just another thing that you can use, another tool. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited.
That sounds awesome, man. I really like what you're doing for women in Web3. That's basically exactly what I'm trying to do for men with the men's feet collection. So it's between you and I, we kind of got them all covered.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, there can't be too many projects, bringing awareness to things that are needed to be brought attention to. And then, too, just making everybody feel more comfortable and feel more at home. When people feel comfortable and feel like people care and they're in the right place, we're going to have more investors, more people, not just more people sticking around from in Web3, but, when people come into this space and they come into Web3 and all they hear is a bunch of garbage and drama and this and that, like, they don't want to be in Web3 anymore. They just leave crypto. And unfortunately, I've had a few people get to that point and basically just want to leave. So for us as a community and working together and coming together and bringing good, positive things to the space and showing people that we want to work together and, we want to encourage each other. You never know, there could be people in this space right now that have never been in crypto, they're new to Web3, and, by hearing positive people and hearing that people are wanting to work together and encouraging, that can make them want to stay and be a part of it and participate. So I always like when we can come together and really help, and like with what you're doing for the men and then for women, we obviously support men too. We have a lot of men on our team, but I see a huge need for women, and there's just not enough people, on both sides of the street. So there can't be too many projects bringing awareness to this and supporting these things, and it goes along with all kinds of stuff like mental health and people struggling all over the place with different things. So I actually had a lot of artists a couple months ago from Africa and a couple other places around the world where they're bringing awareness to
oh, that was
my
sick.
brain just farted, obesity and how body shaming and how hurtful it can be. It's hard enough for somebody to be struggling with weight and trying to get weight off of themselves, but then when they have people that are body shaming them and making fun of them for their weight and stuff like that, that doesn't make it any easier for them to work towards their goals or feel better about themselves. So I thought it was pretty amazing how artists are using their talent and their time to bring awareness to that and make people realize that that's not okay. How would you like to be in that situation? So that's something that I really enjoy about our spaces here personally, and also just the opportunity that's in Web3 for everybody to bring bring a little something that could change and benefit people around us and each other. Like, we're all beautiful in our own way, and everybody deserves to be happy and respected, and we can accomplish that through Web3 and working together. So thank you, Brett. We appreciate you, man, and thank you for what you're doing for everybody around you. Definitely, being a teacher and a encourager and helping people. So keep coming back to us, man. I don't know if you heard, but we do this Monday through Thursday, so there's tons of time whenever you're available and have a free minute. We would really enjoy it for you to come in, hang out, say hi, and everybody give Brett a follow. Check out all the stuff that he's got going on. It's quite a bit, but that's awesome. I love that you got your hands in all kinds of stuff, and I'm really excited actually now that I think about the Sasquatch movie, film. The whole concept, the story just sounds super fun. I can't wait to check it out some more and see it when it comes out, man.
Hey man, yeah, thank you for all the support. You're a very cool guy, and it's fun to talk to you, and I will definitely come back and do this again. I regret that I haven't been here yet, so thank you for all this time. You really gave me a lot, so I appreciate that. And of course, on to the next one.
Awesome, thank you, man. All right, well, we got Master. I always want to say Master. I'm sorry, I can't read the whole thing until I click on it. But Material Friends, you're awesome. I think you've been in here before, haven't you?
Yeah, great. I've been here. I think maybe maybe two times at max. But I just want to say for one, Brett, the way you so many collections, and I didn't hear one stutter, one like that was really perfection to get everything across. Even bringing things back to correlate within a collection and just the whole picture, you really kept the same thought process. I don't know if you had the script, but that was perfect, my friend. Like, beautiful. So I want to say that was. I'm definitely looking to the Sasquatches now. Like, if there ever was a Sasquatch, I'm coming to you for it. And also create with the platform that you're making. Bravo on that. Like, I'm striving to get where you're at in a sense of bringing people together and bring for the who said that I feel like also that women right now are really doing like successful in the space right now. Like, the projects at least I'm honing into whenever I see them, it's usually always a woman really pushing some boundaries. So as far as that, I feel like we can always use more, and I feel like as men, the men need to step it up, maybe. Put it in my hand. But for those who don't know me, I'm Material Friends. The collection is Material Friends and Family. Right now, I'm gonna post a quick the pin. It's gonna be linked to my Spectral account, which I have my live gallery up. So with the gallery right now, the idea is in 2023. So maybe I'm thinking right now February 20th. I'm going to host a live auction for the Material Friends, because as I continue to build being space to speak to individuals such as yourselves and to hear what things that you're building, I'm going to be hosting podcasts in these material space and in these spaces. I call them material spaces. So for where we can have this discussion in VR also, and really get that extra dimension of really getting to know someone. I know Art Inspired does that also. So big, I see. It's like I come into spaces and I see these like so many artists that's doing everything. And as Material Friends and Family, I really want to be able to bring everyone together to say we all have our materials, but look, how can we build even bigger if we just all came together? And that's kind of a motto that I use currently within Material Friends, which is freely you give. Make sure I'm quoting my own motto correctly. So as we learn, we grow, develop ourselves in Web3, and through the blockchain, we learn to really find those leaders and forward thinkings, and that's what I'm doing, or that I'm reaching out to such individuals as I say, I can't even pronounce it correctly because I understand how sometimes I look at it and it throws me off also, Even though I hear it, it still throws me off too. But
Zigatai. Zigatai.
Zigatai, yeah. But the just the energy y'all gave, like I love that we're sharing our individual passion and our creativity. But I really want to push the envelope, just such as like what can we do on the bigger scale as far as pushing this on outward to be more notable, to get more onboarding. So I'm really trying to have those conversations in VR and on the podcast that I'll be hosting. And I also do Twitter Spaces such as this, where you can come through. I haven't did it in a couple of weeks. I've just been busy with some artwork that I've been uploading to Foundations. I'll also put a link to that, or you can go to my website on my profile. It'll take you directly to, so any banner on my website is sends you directly to that link where you'll be able to see the Material Friends artwork and be able to make purchase. Right now, I've been working on Material Universe, and that's going to be pretty much Material Friends within, as they travel throughout the universe. You get to see the kind of where they've been, and they're also animations, so you kind of get that 3D effect when viewing them. So that's just a little bit of what I'm working there. 0.031 ETH on Foundation. I released them on my birthday because I turned 31, but that was back in August. So that was kind of a nod to where I wanted to price that for commemoration of that. So I encourage everyone to go over there, view those in VR, and really get that realization of the Material Friends as the artist, as how I'm trying to display them on the blockchain. I just released an update to the lore of Material Friends as a whole. It's very good read. I would recommend anyone that wants to check that out. I'll pin that also. So just so, because I'm really impressed with my own creativity in this one, I'm not gonna lie. But I can't present it like Zigatar, because they're just the duo. Like, they really brought me into their world. But for those also, I do merchandise right now. Like, if you go on the website, you'll see merchandise, and that's going to be also pushing towards a live event in Houston, Texas, where I'll be hosting a live event for Material Friends and family. For those who want to come out, it's going to be a certain NFT. I haven't released any of the artwork yet, where they're going to be tied with a contract for those individuals who want to come out and be a part of it. That's going to be, and also, so each collection that I do release, this is, I say, the Material Universe, the event, there are only going to be 100 NFT collections of 100 pieces of those, and they're all going to be based off the original Material Friends character, which would be the Genesis collection, under Material Friends on OpenSea. And you can also, like I said, if you're on the website right now, clicking around, just if you see the OpenSea banner, click it, it'll send you straight to it. But I know if you're really moving around, you probably got lost in some of the merchandise. But feel free to just go over there. I'm doing, so they also come, if you do purchase one, they're on Poly, sadly, because as I was growing, I didn't really know too much, but now I realize no one wants to buy Poly. But like I said, as Material Friends, I feel like for those who are committed and would understand what you put in, yes, you get back. So you get a discount code, buy one get 150 discount code for the entire website of Material Friends. So if you do purchase one of those Genesis pieces, you do receive that, and also with that purchase, that character that you do purchase on the Genesis collection, when I do upload any character, such as that character on Material Universe, whatever wallet is linked will automatically be linked to that NFT also, and any future artwork using that character. So I'm doing a lot. I don't want to try to push it too much, because I know I got a hand raised. Art, did you have a question, Art, while I'm up, or is it kind of afterwards?
It's afterwards. No rush.
No problem. Okay, well, so I just encourage everyone to go to the website, do everything that I'm doing, and that I'm getting ready to push out. I update it daily, so just hit that roadmap. You'll see the Material Friend is yellow, so it kind of screams for me, and other things that I'm working on. So, but I like to end with this: no matter where you go, no matter what you see, no matter what you touch, it will always be a material. You are a material. I am a material. We are Material Friends. And thank you.
That's awesome, man. No, I love what you're doing. And I love how you're trying to, you want to bring people together and work together. And, that's a winning mindset right there, man. I appreciate you taking your time coming in here. I want to encourage you to keep coming around, man. Even if it's just coming up saying hi, whatever. We would love to have you in here, and I would love to help get more eyes on the project. Let people know what you got going on, man. I really, I dig it. I really do. And I was checking out the video of, the Material Friends with I think it's like in the space backgrounds and stuff like that. I mean, those things are super cool. Like you were saying too, like they almost look like 3D. Nice work, man. I really enjoy it. Go ahead, Amy.
All right, well, first of all, when it gets closer to your launch date, I would strongly encourage you to look at my website and try to figure out how to collaborate with me. Basically, give me whatever you would like for me to show, and then we can cross-promote each other. And then I apologize because I was not paying attention before if Bandocs asked if anybody had questions for Brett, because it's really good, Brett, because I'm friends with Brett, and I never hear him go through all of his projects. We're always in the 3-minute spaces together, so there's not enough time to get out the entire the planning board and do this is the bad plan everything. So I was as intrigued as everybody else, because I didn't realize it was 16. I thought it was 5. So you're always as full of surprises, Brett. And one strategy we're going to try to do next month for BannedBooks Art is to have these commemorative posters that are on Polygon, and then the walkthrough is free, but it's like any other free guided tour. There's a tip at the end, so you can buy the Polygon poster for whatever you thought the tour was worth. So so thank you very much, Brett, for being a promoter from BannedBooks Art. And Material Friends, definitely come and because you said that you're doing stuff with VR?
Yes.
This looks like, okay, I'm in your pinned tweet now. This is a spatial gallery.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Are you going to build anything on your own platform, or are you using spatial?
So I consider my website, because it's I built it myself, the materialfriends.com, and just the brand overall. So that's it's more than just a project to me. It's a brand, and that's kind of moving it forward. So it's not really a platform. It's like an all-encompassing thought. If you to say we're having this conversation, I can read to you my lore, and you would know my thought, the background of Material Friends. So you'll be I share that with you, and you're gonna get a piece of me, and that's a brand for me. So it's not really a platform. It's just what I present and what I give to the world as an artist.
So the VR stuff is a nice add-on. It's not central to your brand?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, not everything has to be centralized. It is nice to be able to utilize things like VR to get people to appreciate your art the way that we're supposed to be experiencing art.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that, noticing.
You guys are awesome. Well, I love that. Thank you. Really quick, just to go back to oh my gosh, my brain. I'm trying so hard not to say it wrong. Zigatai. Something that I remember that they mentioned last time that they didn't mention this time is the way that they're going about telling the story is more of telling the back info first and the background and then they're gonna get to the main point. And I guess that has to do with Australian culture and how I think it's the natives out there, right? That's the way they tell their stories, their storytelling. So when Material Friends was talking about doing things the way that you want to do it. Like, it just reminded me how they're doing something really different, even though a lot of people might not understand that technique or like say that that's the best way to do it or whatever. Like, I think that's what's cool about Web3, and what I encourage you guys is just to do what fits you. Like, I understand that there's a proper way of doing things per se, and like I encourage you guys to like take, you know, when somebody makes a recommendation or makes a suggestion, like take it into thought. But if it doesn't fit you and it's not what you want to do, then don't do it. And you can still be just as successful, if not even more successful, because you chose to do what fits you and what you want to do. So I just wanted to point that out there, and I just something I remembered from the last time that they shared that I thought was really cool about their story and the way that they're telling it. So go ahead, Amy.
Yeah, also try not to compare yourself to other speakers. Everybody has their own energy that they have when they're in a space, and you will get to the point where you have said your pitch enough that you're pretty much literally saying it in your sleep. There are times when I totally blank out and nobody knows this. They're like, "Wow, Amy, you're so articulate." And I'm like, "Oh, well, you didn't know that I was like searching for words," because in that 0.01 second, my brain was just like, "Yeah, you've done this a billion times," literally. So, yeah, like, don't try to emulate anybody else. Like, for example, he's not in the room, but if you know AJ, yeah.
You said I'm emulating someone else, or you said
No, don't like compare yourself too bad. Like, it's okay to admire other people that like how.
Compare myself? I mean, I was just kind of giving a compliment towards the way he presented it, because it's the structure of it. There's nothing to it. I mean, but I appreciate the thought.
Yeah.
But thank you, I guess.
Yeah, I was just saying that, you know, everyone has their own energy in the room, and like, yeah.
Right, I don't think she was talking about you specifically, Material Friends. I think she was just saying in general for everybody.
Oh, okay. I thought she said my name when she kept saying the way I spoke towards him. That's why I thought she was speaking towards you.
No, I was starting to say, like, there's people that have personalities. Like AJ, he's not in the room, but like when he walks into the room, he's like, hey, and like if I tried to do that, like, I could not pull it off. I cannot muster that much energy to come into the room. And, like, there's certain other people that, like, you go in and you're like, if someone else tried to, like, if I tried to be as sarcastic as Brett is usually, like, I would get kicked out of the room, honestly. So, like...
Why would you feel like you would get kicked out of the room?
Oh, because, like, Brett does that. He has the perfect Canadian, like, sarcasm where he can get away with saying things, and it's the tone of his voice, and I just do not have that. I'm just not that. I have to be a genuine person, and, like, that's authentic to me, and so, like, I try not to compare myself to other people, and it's good to take notes on, like, how people's pitches got across and what people's reactions were, because there's always room to improve the pitch for, like, how you're communicating and how, like, people understand your project. But other than that, like, you know, let everybody do whatever they're doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. It's just do what fits you, you know what I mean, and do you no matter what people say. Like I would never tell AJ to not do what he does. Like, it just makes him who he is. Like, I could literally not be looking at the screen and hear AJ and his voice and just his whole thing and just know that that's AJ. So, I mean, just, yeah, it's good stuff. Alright, guys, we're gonna move to the last speaker for the night. Thank you for everybody hanging in there and being patient. Baba Lola, I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. I know I'm butchering it, but I'm trying here.
Why is this out
Baba
to the
Lola,
side
are
like
you
this?
with us? I'm sure I'm saying it wrong.
And is this off to the side this way?
Babylona.
Oh, nice. I got it right. Yes.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good, man. We missed you. It's been a while. Thanks for coming back to us. We appreciate you.
So,
Yeah.
Tinkercad,
Listening to
save me.
Yeah. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, and
Okay.
we're
at 0, 0.
Okay, let me try and bring up my.
So, this one here is not against the thing.
No worries, brother. We appreciate you. Thank you.
This one here is against the thing. Yeah, see? This one is over the edge. Okay. Since we have... Oh, okay, so this is in line.
Okay, so this is the collection I'm working on, and which I worked on, and is listed already. So it's like Echelon Classics. Yeah. So the story behind this is,
Okay, well this one needs to move over.
Different people in the society.
Go,
We have
Amy.
rich, we have the poor, those that are good, those that are bad. Different in hierarchy now, status in which goes from the high, goes from authority down to the man. Different like in the society. And we all have all these people in the society in which we come together, and we coming together, we are able to do things together. And without this, there won't be balance. There won't be balance. Yeah, in the society, everything is going to go smooth. We have been poor, we have been good, we have been, so everyone having different.
Okay, so I guess that's a good ending spot. I will replace, export this, and replace that, and then tomorrow we can place things on the towers, the outer towers, and then we can start filling in the bubbles vertically.
Thank you. Open for any questions, anything. I'm here.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love the concept behind this collection. I mean, the artwork's really cool. I like the style of it. But, you know, when you're talking about all of us coming from different walks of life and different places in our lives and coming together and uniting and working together for a better good and helping each other, you know, that just speaks to my heart. I mean, that's what I'm all about in this space, and I don't think there can be enough people bringing awareness to this and just pushing this concept. You know, I mean, you know, walking through the grocery store and stuff, you can just tell that people live in their own bubble, and they just they're not open to other people and helping other people a lot of the time. And it's just amazing. Like, for me personally, like, I can be really upset and sad and help somebody, and it can completely change my whole mood. I mean, it makes me feel better about myself by helping somebody else.
So,
just, you know, so
I'll talk to you later.
The more we can